In the American style rumba, the things that are new are not the steps. At the beginner level, we do the same steps, some of the same steps that we do in foxtrot and the waltz. We'll do a basic box and progressive and left box turn, and from the waltz we'll do the underarm turn. What is new, therefore, in the rumba is not the steps, but the styling. And the styling involves a peculiar way of stepping called Cuban motion. Now, in normal walking, the foot you are stepping onto has that knee straight, and the leg you're coming off of, the knee is bent. So if you're stepping forward, the forward knee is straight, the other knee is bent. Forward, that knee is straight, the knee you're coming off of is bent. In Cuban motion, it's the other way around. If you were to watch a rumba and describe it, you would probably say it has a hip motion, and it does. But it is not a conscious hip motion. It is not like this. Rather, the hip motion comes from the way the knees are bent. If you put your feet together and don't step, just bend one knee, you'll notice the opposite hip is thrust out. You shift knees, and the other hip is thrust out. So the knee motion is what makes the hips move. Don't cheat by lifting your heel off the floor, okay? The feet have to be flat on the floor so that when that knee is bent, it forces the other hip out. Cuban motion has been likened to going up stairs. When you go up a staircase, the foot you're stepping up on has to have that knee bent. Then you step up on the next step, and this knee is bent, and the back knee is straight. And next step, and so on. You can also walk up a staircase backwards. So you start back on the left foot, stepping up behind. This knee is bent, this knee is straight. Step back up on the next step, the right foot, that knee has to be bent. And back, and back, and back, and back. You can also go sideways, starting to the left, step up on the next step here. The knee has to be bent. Bring this foot up onto the same step with that knee bent. Then up on the next step, and feet together. And you can also go to the right, up the stairs to the right. The right knee is bent, left knee is straight. Feet together, left knee bent, right knee straight. Up the steps, together, side, together. Now notice that the steps in the rumba must be very, very small steps. The size of the rumba box in the basic step, for example, is about 1/4 the size in the foxtrot. You, in the foxtrot, step, touch, side, together, step, touch, side, together. In rumba, half the length of your own foot is enough. Side, together, back right, side, together. Obviously, also, you cannot do a follow-through in the rumba. The follow-through applies to steps that take more than one beat in smooth dances, but rumba is Latin, and besides that, if you have your knee bent, you can't bring your other foot up next to it. Now, you need to learn to do this in all four directions so that you can do a box. And if you can do it forward, backward, and both directions to the side, then forward, left, very small step, knee bent. Shift the knees, straighten the bent one, bend the straight one. Side, shift, together, shift, back right, shift, step, 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 shift. I'm saying shift on the half beat on the quick steps and on the off beat on the slow steps because you don't want to freeze in that position. You don't want it to be jerky like slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick. Rather, the knees are moving constantly. The moment that first foot comes down, you start to straighten the bend knee and bend the straightened knee, and then to the side and straighten and bend. Together, shift, back right, shift, step, 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 shift. The pattern for the basic box in the rumba
is the same as the pattern for the basic box in foxtrot or waltz. The difference, of course, is the timing and Cuban motion.
So it is forward left, side together, back right, side together. Much smaller steps in the foxtrot and no follow through. Step, shift, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick.